So it's hot outside and your AC isn't getting cold. I'm going to show you a couple tests you're able to do to determine if you have a mechanical issue, low refrigerant, and if you do have low refrigerant, how to track down a leak. So the first test we're going to do is to check the AC compressor. If you have a bidirectional scan tool, you're able to do that right with the scan tool. If you don't have a scan tool, you're able to jump the relay under the hood to supply power to see if the actual AC clutch is working. We have a bidirectional scan tool, so we're going to use this. Now that we've verified the AC clutch is working, we're going to jump outside, throw some gauges on, and we're going to see what the pressure is on the system. Now that we're ready to throw on the set of gauges, you've got your high side port located here and your low side port located here. We've got a standard set of AC gauges, so we're going to attach them now. So we're going to start with the high side first. I'm going to back off the cap here. Mine is attached for the high side, so I'll let it just hang there. You'll want to make sure the Schrader valve is backed all the way out. It's a quick connect, so when you pull up on the coupling, you can force it down. We'll do my low side next. The cap for my low side is broken, so I'm just going to put that aside, make sure I don't lose it. Now that we've got them both attached, we can slowly start to thread them down. And what you want to watch for is as soon as the gauge picks up pressure, you want to stop. You don't want to over thread. So you can watch the high side now as I thread down here. We've got pressure. We'll now do the low side. We're now going to start the vehicle, fire up the AC, and see what the pressures adjust to. So as you can see, the pressure on the low side is about 25 and the pressure on the high side is about 100. Right now it's 25 degrees outside for me, so my low side should be between 35 to 40 and the high side should be between 150 to 170. I'm going to rev up the engine just a little bit to see if the pressures increase at all. But looking at this right now, we can tell the system is low, so we do have a leak somewhere. So as we saw when I revved up the engine, the pressures actually dropped lower than where we'd like to see them at. So it's pretty clear the system does have a leak. So I'm going to show you now how to fill the system with a bit of dye, and then when it gets a little bit darker, I'll show you how to track down that leak. So the way that this works is a standard can of AC refrigerant with a UV dye. So we're going to add this into the system here, and then when it gets a little bit darker, we're going to come back with a UV light, and we're going to check all the AC components to determine where the leak is coming from, so we know what we need to fix. So what we're going to do is attach this now to the low side of the system. We're going to start the vehicle, turn the AC on full again. We're going to open up the valve slowly. You're going to want to get it in the blue range here. So we know for the temperature outside, I want to be between 40 to 45 pounds. So getting towards the end of the blue range here. When you're filling up the AC system also, you're going to want to keep the can upright this direction. So we're going to attach it now and go start the vehicle. Now that we have the vehicle running and the AC is on, we're going to slowly open up the system here and allow us to fill the system. So right now we're right around 40 pounds. So I'm going to shut it back off here. That should be enough refrigerant and dye in the system for us to find the leak later. Now that we've got the AC refrigerant and dye added in the system and we're blowing cold air, we're going to let this sit for a while. We're going to come back when it's darker outside, and I'll show you how to use the UV light to find the leak. So now that it is darker, we're going to use the UV light here, and we're going to go over all the lines, the compressor area. We're going to see if we can find the leak. So I don't see any leaks on the compressor or any of the lines here. We've got some dye on the low pressure, but that looks like it may be from just filling the system. It looks like we also have a bit of dye on the high pressure, but it looks like it's coming out from the bottom down here. It looks like this may be a threaded connection. If that's the case, the O-ring inside may have gone bad and is leaking. So looking over all the components here, I'm determined that I think the issue is coming from the high pressure line. It's looking like the leak is coming from the connection point here. So what I'm going to do is see if there's an O-ring that can be replaced or if the whole line needs to be replaced. This has been a quick video on how to diagnose an AC leak, use some UV dye, and determine where the problem is coming from. If you found this video useful, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.